by 291 votes. Thank God that Mayor Becker and Nancy Kubelanza know a lot of people. Thank God. Look, let me be clear, folks. You're going to get nothing but the straight poop from me. I don't care enough about getting reelected. I want to go there. I want to raise hell and shake things up because I think we're at war right now. So if I don't get reelected in 2 years, tough bananas. But let me be clear, Jim, and let me be clear again. I don't have a problem with special interest money. We all belong to groups that come together to influence legislation, whether it's a big bad corporation or a local neighborhood group. None of it will influence my votes. I'll take your money all day long if they believe in me. You're going to judge me on how I vote and how well I represent your issues. And if I don't, then look at the money trail. Let's spread this around, though. Yes, ma'am. I'll come back.
It seems obvious to me that one of the ways to kind of get things under control is to stop spending. I am one of 200 people who were off of work last week, and I still do not understand. They're telling us things are getting better, but I still don't understand why we have to have 99 weeks of unemployment. I don't see maybe I'll be needing it, but I don't see the incentive to get out and look for something or create something on my own if someone's going to be feeding me and I can wait for another few weeks and another payment. How do you plan on stopping the comfort zone, getting people out of their comfort zone and saying, no, you just can't take it anymore?
And here's the straight poop, and I may lose votes with this, and I haven't even sworn in yet. We've extended unemployment insurance 8 times beyond its normal time. Republicans and Democrats, because they're scared to death of losing votes, are absolutely afraid to say what I'm about to say. We can't extend it anymore. We can't. And I know there's going to be a compromise. I can listen. It's going to happen Monday or Tuesday. We're going to read about it. Obama accepts Bush's tax cuts for everybody, and the Republicans are going to give on another extension of unemployment. That's the compromise. And if I'm there, if I were there, I'd give the answer I gave a week and a half ago when somebody asked me about that compromise. I'd say those issues are separate. They need to be voted on their own. Yes, I'd extend tax cuts for everybody. We've extended unemployment insurance too long, and for too many people, it's been a disincentive to find work. But the answer to creating jobs is to get government off the backs of small business right now so they'll hire people. Small business, new business in this country is overtaxed and overregulated. And again, it's my favorite thing to say, you own a business, you're afraid to walk out that door. Because in a day, a week, a month, a year down the road, you don't know what your costs are. Can anybody in here tell me what Obamacare is going to cost you a year? The people that passed the legislation don't know. So you're running a business, you're running a small business. How the heck are you going to make a hiring decision when you don't know what your costs are going to be? That's not fair. Cut our corporate tax rate. It's one of the highest in the world. This thing called an estate tax, the debt tax, why do we have that? Get rid of it. There should be no estate tax. Capital gains tax, dividends taxes, all these taxes lower so that I love this phrase, the animal spirits that exist in America can go do its stuff. This is the most entrepreneurial country in the world, and we're killing it because that guy in the White House doesn't understand how business is run. Questions? Yes, sir. Up front, John.
I'm independent, it's okay.
Everybody should be independent.
I was wondering what some of the Democrats that you would like.
Some of the Democrats I like. No, look, I'm not trying to be funny. I've been a Republican my whole life. I'll go to my gravest Republican because, again, in theory, I was a nerd when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I believed in limited government. I believed in freedom. I didn't want this thing called government getting too big. My Republican Party has always sort of led on that. Boy, they get us right a lot, don't they? Democrats I like are Democrats who are fiscally conservative and understand that. Evan Bayh of Indiana, it's a shame he's leaving. I like Evan Bayh. He's a Democrat I could have liked.
I believe the Democratic Republican senator from Illinois.
The new Mark Kirk?
Yeah.
Mark Kirk, I think, is a wonderful guy. I think that on the fiscal stuff, he's going to be pretty conservative, and if he's not, we got to stay on top of him. But he's a heck of a lot better than the alternative if Mark Kirk had won. But other Democrats I like, you people who have listened to me talk know that I say this often. There are two kinds of people that do what I want to do. People run for office because they either want to be something or they want to do something. Republican, Democrat, we got way too many of the former. We got way too many Republicans and Democrats who just want to be your congressman or your senator or your state rep or your mayor because they want to be something. They love standing in front of people. They like the nice salary. They like the benefits. They like the office. Look, I was in Washington 2 weeks ago. You walk around as a freshman-elect, people follow you like you're Tom Cruise. People love that. You know what? The kinds of elected officials I've always liked are the guys or gals who want to do something. Ronald Reagan, he could have given a darn about all this stuff. He wanted to beat communism, cut government, and let this private sector go. That's what I like. You may not like or love him. Ted Kennedy. Not my cup of tea, but he had a worldview. He wanted to expand government. He believed in universal health care, government-run health care. I don't agree with that, but that's the kind of politician I like, is he really believed in something and went after it. So Democrat or Republican, those are the people I like. Yes, sir.
Will the government ever deal with immigration?
The question was, will the government ever deal with immigration?
Would you vote for the green bill?
Pardon?
Would you vote for the green bill?
The dream man.
No, I would not. I would not. Short answer is probably not. Because this is one of those issues that both parties are afraid to touch. It's one.
You get reelected real easy. Somebody stand up.
I don't listen to this.
Stand up for immigration.
Stand up for
Immigration.
stand up for illegal immigration.
Stand up for jobs.
Against it. He said that I could really get elected if I stood up against illegal immigration. I think, yeah, and again, I've been fairly consistent to where I stand on this issue. I say what most people say: we got to secure the borders, we got to enforce the laws, we got to hold business accountable. But then that's where then they stumble a little bit, because we've got 13 million illegal immigrants or so here. The elephant in the room is, what do you do with that? And that's where Republicans and Democrats kind of hub it.
If you take away all the benefits that they get for being here, they will keep on their own. It's not going to happen.
I think that's right, and I think I know this is a can of worms, but we do know a number of them come over here to have their baby here, and as tough as it sounds, that's an issue that we have to address.
Does anybody in Washington know that?
Yeah, they do. And I talk to these guys, I talk to them privately, and they all get it. They talk privately the way we talk about illegal immigration. They're scared to death to talk about it publicly. Because they're afraid of the media jumping down their throats. But I think there's a bit of a sea change. That's boom, boom, boom.
Simple question. Why are we building a high-speed rail to St. Louis? Is it going to stop in Fox Lake? I'm a businessman. I travel around the country. In the time it would take me to take high-speed rail to St. Louis, I could fly to Newark from Mitchell, be home for dinner, and do a deal. So what's the idea?
You said that was a simple question? No, you're right.
Who's benefiting from
No,
this?
and here's a simple answer. We shouldn't be.
What?
You're right. We shouldn't be building a high-speed rail to St. Louis.
Somebody's going to get jobs, right? Yeah.
That's my simple answer. Question.
You know, I have to go back just for a moment here where you said you very much want to get rid of campaign contribution limitations. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll start here at home first because the range goes as far as I can see with this matter. You know, George Ryan, Ron Blagojevich for starters, they have endless campaign contribution limitations and where they are right now. And on top of that, you know, I'm an independent thinker myself here, and I'm a big supporter of Russ Feingold's John McCain's proposal for dealing with that problem because it gets folks like you to realize you can't raise an endless amount of money from any special interest groups. And that deals with ethical problems right there alone. Look at what happened to Tom DeLay, and the list goes on and on. Just thought you should know.
I know, and that may be one that we have to respectfully disagree on. Because for every politician that's in jail who let campaign contributions influence them in states where there were no limits, I can show you as many that are in jail where Tom DeLay has limits, where there are federal candidates that have limits, and they still abuse the system. We will just respectfully disagree. I think we both agree on this. No matter what your system, we need sunshine on the system. We need transparency so every voter can see who's giving me money. And every